Okay, thank you, Sister. Just two questions. If there are more, then you can draw my
there will be. Yeah.
Okay. The first has to do with the question that says, did Mr. Governor meet nothing on ground? I hope I didn't give that impression that there was nothing on ground that the governor met when he started working. The truth is that government is a continuum. Every government that comes does its bit, hands over the baton, exists the same. Every government that has been here in Edo State has contributed to the growth and development of the public service. But it's just that this one has taken it beyond bits. The impact of Mr. Governor on the public service in Edo State has been phenomenal. And I say that with every sense of responsibility. Of course, Mr. Governor has also been quite forthcoming, letting us know why he has taken the action that he has taken concerning the public service and making it a priority. Mr. Governor says always that civil service, the public service, is the engine of government. And if you are to have an effective governance structure, then of course the public service must also be effective. I don't know if Mr. Governor ever read the comment of Otto von Bismarck, the 19th century German statesman, who said, and I quote, "With bad laws and good civil servants, it's possible to govern." He says, with bad laws and good civil servants, it is possible to govern. However, with bad civil servants, even the best laws cannot help. So the governor has invested heavily in the infrastructure of the civil service. You just need to take a look at the Secretariat building, plus C and D, and see what has happened over the last 2 or 3 years, to just see the difference that Mr. Governor has made in the work environment of public servants. Beyond the aesthetics that you see outside, go inside, see the work equipment that have been provided. You will understand that we're moved in leaps and bounds. Of course, the area of employment has been phenomenal. I'm not sure there's any administration in the past that attempted to bring in as many people as 1,594 in virtually one first swap. Like I said, we're bringing in 300 first set within the next few days. That again is a first. And of course, training and training, you just need to go to John Ondigi or Yego Training Academy. You will find that it is the best around this area. In fact, in the South is the best. And it's to prepare public servants, to train them and to retrain them in the area of welfare, the CPA, the pension reform system. I say this with every sense of responsibility. I've said it again and again and again. People don't understand the nexus between a service civil servant and the retired one. Because sometimes you are thinking, how will my life be after retirement? And when you see what it was before, when our people were going to the streets and complaining that they were not paid for 15, 17, 20 months, and what it is now, you compare, you see there's a whole world of difference between what it was before and what it is now. And I said earlier that if you retire today, by the very next month, you have already started earning your pension. That again is a first. It has never happened before in this part of the world. So what the governor is creating in Edo State, in the language of Max Weber, is a neutral, a precise, a continuous, a disciplined, a strict, and efficient and reliable service, such that it will be a service in the language of Schumpeter that is not an obstacle to government, but an inevitable complement of it. So that's as far as that is concerned. Then somebody also asked a question on the 48-hour rule. It's actually part of my presentation. Unfortunately, because of time, I couldn't go through it. Right now, it is a rule that when a file or a mail gets to your table in government, a public servant, it must leave within 48 hours. But the man who asked the question, man or woman, wants to know how we're able to enforce that. The truth is that right now we take money lists, and we're also sensitizing our people, to get to understand the need to ensure that the public service becomes what it should be, to serve as a veritable instrument to power the initiatives of government. And of course, we're deploying technology. I told you earlier that we're bringing on board e-governance. The governor says it's a last governor who will treat files manually. And part of that is that when it comes on board very, very soon, when a spends more than 48 hours on your table, there'll be a red flag. And it will just generate a query for you, which you must answer. So we had your kept on your edge, and of course, sanction. That sanction is quite important going forward. So we're creating a discipline service. And so the rules must be obeyed. This is one of our rules, and it must be obeyed.
Thank
you
very
very
much.
All right, thank you. I'm going to ask Peter on an agricultural question, and then Kevin, and then Dr. Irowa, and Dr. Professor Ebohon will ask a question for Dr. Irowa, and then I will get Isaac, Fred, and Festus to ask questions. But the first one I need to ask Peter on agriculture is relative to huge fluctuations in commodity prices. Don't you think there is a need for commodity stabilization board to assist with commodity price fluctuation? Agree.
Yeah, I heard you talking of commodity board, going back to the good old days when we had commodity boards that assisted in stabilizing prices. I think what the dynamics now is that even the way prices are now, with a lot of industries coming on board, I'm talking of Edo now, and even Nigeria at large, we have a lot of industries coming up and taking products, produce like cassava, for example. I mentioned cassava used to be 11,000 naira per ton. Now we are having it at about between 40 to 50,000 naira per ton, and farmers who are in that line of business are quite happy. So most of the produce, cocoa, for example, is trading high in international market. Yeah, I think I agree with you. We need to have commodity boards in place to help stabilize prices, to help farmers to ease exports. So I agree with you. In Ghana, we still have it in Ghana, and it's thriving. I think it's something that we should consider in Nigeria, have commodity boards to help farmers stabilize prices. Yes, I agree. I think it's also an area that we should look at.
All right, thank you, Peter. The next question is for Kelvin. Kelvin, the Diaspora Investment Office in the Governor's Office is a necessary prerequisite to sustainable diaspora investment inflows to Edo states. Your take on that, please.
Yes. Good evening, all once again. Yes, I think the head of service did mention that we are looking at creating a diaspora commission. But before that, we understand the contribution of the diaspora, not just investment, but even social investment. I can say that we are following critically to see that we can support the diaspora when they have investments. Just now, we just posted the emails that you can send investment proposals. And it's not just about their investment. So even enabling the business environment. I think 2 years ago, there were 2 diasporans that were building hotels in Edo State, and they had issues. Good enough, our office was able to support them to resolve those issues. And that is why we are here also, to be able to support the diaspora, to be able to ensure that when they are having issues, and it could be any kind of issue at all that is sort of hindering them from investing in Edo. You have the head of service here. He spoke greatly about the ease of doing business and the reforms going on. That is part of ensuring that we facilitate and make sure that whatever the diasporas want in terms of being able to invest in the state, that it's available to them. And I want to quickly state this, that speaking with the diasporans, there are some certain things that we have observed. I'll give an example. Someone that left Edo State, maybe during the military era, and have not visited, telling them that a lot has changed in Edo, it could be difficult. So at some point, like what Ghana did in 2019, the year of the return, we are hoping at some point we can do something like that in Edo State, where we actually invite the diasporans to come and see what is going on in Edo State, and we all work together to ensure that happens. So yes, we're doing that. Thank you.